We live in a world full of networks, power grids, communication networks like the internet, and the transportation infrastructure. It's quite amazing how great things can be done through the interaction of simple nodes and links. But they're not the only examples. Perhaps more amazingly are some of the humblest creatures around us. A group of tiny ants can cooperate in perfect harmony through some spontaneous interactions to find a food source and along with the shortest path. A colony of honeybees can intelligently gather and process information through the participation of all the members and decide for the best nesting site to settle down. The migration of some fish and birds, the collective behavior of bacteria such as light producing. These are all strong evidence to illustrate how the wisdom of crowds can be emerged from simple individuals, especially without any powerful leaders. Then, how about we human beings? We human beings are definitely much smarter than insects or bacteria. However, it will be nice if we can collectively achieve more while devoting less, especially for service design. The development and growth of information technology make it a piece of cake for people to contact with almost anyone at any part of the world. People all around the world are better connected into networks either virtually or realistically. The meaning of service, meanwhile, is not just serve and be served anymore, but the interaction of users instead. The announcement of Web 2.0 by O'Reilly is just a milestone for this trend. National Chengchi University Ambient E-Service Lab has been working on service science management and engineering for several years. This time, the challenge is to find out some structural guidelines for service innovation in the Web 2.0 era and to make the self-organized service network be more intelligent.
Our project aims to explore the opportunity on service innovation from the bottom-up solutions perspective, that is, the emergent properties arising from the interaction of lower-level entities, by drawing upon the understanding of network dynamics and some theories from a variety of disciplines, including decision-making model, attraction model, differentiation model, and collective intelligence tool model. In iNetwork, a service solution, that is, the global level of service solution, is created through the dynamics between the nodes and links, that is, the individual level of a given network. Namely, we explore how individual acts of nodes and links assemble into the structure of the impact toward the service solution through their simple, complex interactions. The interactions, including the diffusion, flows, transport, search, transactions, sharing, union, and other forms of interactive model driven by specific mechanisms or wanted connections between the individual models. That includes simple rules, knowledge-based, learning-based, as exemplified in our iNetwork project. Meanwhile, the global level of service solution will be also affected by certain network environmental settings. The iNetwork project has 4 sub-projects, each of which individually engages in investigation of how a service network is shaped in terms of the expected dynamic patterns, how the network is integrated and involved into a cost-efficient service solution, that is a network function, and etc.
The iNetwork matrix is an analysis tool for bottom-up service innovation. Service provider could analyze their service platform, examine their service design for better operation performance to achieve collective wisdom and look for further service innovation opportunities. In a network research project, there are two ways to drive the group for collective effort. One way is through certain mechanisms. The other way is through social connection relationships. The network model we propose is used to analyze the driving power for group interaction from both microview and macroview. Mechanism-driven operation means every entity will follow some simple rules to achieve the group's goal, but the social relationship is not involved. From the microview perspective, a complete and self-organized rule is similar to the invisible hand that leads all individuals in pursuit of their own self-interest to produce the greatest benefit for society as a whole. Besides the self-organized rule, the environmental configuration in microview focuses on how to establish a healthy environment for group development. On the other side, the connection-driven operation focuses on how the social connection between every individual and entities could influence the network structure for generating collective power from groups. From microview perspective, it focuses on how individuals' decisions could be influenced by others, and how the network linkage is connected. After the network structure is generated from multiple links, the macroview focuses on how the network structure and dynamics could influence the information flow, transformation, and diffusion in the whole community.